Dr. Pat Allen.
Hello.
It's
Thank
nice.
you for having me.
Yeah, it's so good to be back here again. I know we had a great session last night. So I really want to talk about the type of strokes and the type of transactional analysis that happen and why people are so gamey as well. I know that you had a couple things that you were working on, like duty dating. We want to get clear on that.
Oh, yeah.
And the sexuality of women as well, and be intimate. So I would love to have that to start off with. So let's talk about, tell me a little bit about you and what you've been doing and where you're at right now.
Well, I'm 84 years old,
Right.
and I have been doing this. Basically, I have a master's degree in art, but then my husband divorced me, and I switched my master's to therapy.
Right. Okay.
And so I was involved in cognitive behavioral therapy.
Right.
And I particularly started to study with transactional analysis. And because I liked the idea, Eric Berne did not like the fact that Sigmund Freud, who he was studying under with Michael Erickson, he didn't like the use of words like superego, ego, id.
Right.
So he changed them into parent, adult, child.
Right. And I want to break that down.
Well, here it is. See? So superego became parent.
Right.
There's three kinds. Nurturing parents say, do what you want to do, but if you do, this is what it's going to cost you.
Right.
You see? So fun-free child goes to nurturing parent, goes to adult behavior. Feel, think, act.
Right.
But if you're born into an emotional family,
Right.
you don't get to be an I.
Right.
You've got to be them.
Right.
They're drivers. T.B. Kaler, who's a transactional analyst, created the drivers and the allowers.
Right.
And the drivers are be perfect my way, parents, church, government, culture.
Okay.
Be perfect my way, hurry up my way, don't ever give up, get more, better
Right.
and different.
Okay.
Please us, not you,
Okay.
and be strong.
Okay.
Use these things to do it our way. So parent, and then there was the adult. The adult is like the computer recording.
Right.
Now, Sigmund Freud called it the ego,
Right.
which is made up of the mind, which thinks, mindfulness.
Right.
Mindfulness is basically figuring out what things cost
Right.
so you can avoid doing them.
Okay.
And the will, if you're neurologically disabled or addictive or mentally ill, genetically or otherwise, your computer doesn't work.
Right.
Okay? And then Sigmund Freud had the id, a seething cauldron of libidinal urges.
Right.
Two major ones are money and sex.
Right.
That produces the most dopamine in the body.
Right.
And so bodies like dopamine.
Okay.
And those create, when you're born, a parent that is emotional is critical. There's only three ways to communicate: intimidate with fear, seduce with guilt and shame, or negotiate with love.
Okay.
In transactional analysis, especially classical, Eric Berne, I
Right.
am a classical transactional analyst.
Okay.
I don't follow all the other paths.
Right.
I am just Eric Berne.
Right.
And when you're Eric Berne, you are basically helping people be excellent their way.
Right.
Work easy.
Right.
Know what's enough.
Right.
Do I have enough money, enough sex, enough power, whatever?
Right.
And I'm going to please myself first,
Okay.
because then I'll do a better job.
Right.
And I'm open to learning.
Okay.
So superego became parent, ego became adult, and the id became the inner child.
Right.
And if you'll notice, today we're suffering from teenagers that have not been raised properly or with love, and they're killing us. Neurotics are adaptive people that are doing it your way, but they're not killing you. But look what happens, demon child. Feel, react, boom, boom. I must destroy my flesh or your flesh by killing you because I'm cursed with those Tabby Kaler drivers. So that's what I chose to be.
Great. Yeah, I know that the demon child is known as for the rebel child or as well.
No, the demon child, the rebel child is the
the rebel child is more the fun child.
The rebel kid, yeah.
The free child.
See, this is adapted.
Yeah,
I should do it your way. That's the submissive. I should not do it your way. I should fight you.
Right.
Oh, then that's neurosis.
Right.
Psychosis always includes broken bodies.
Right.
So that's what I do. I teach people how to communicate.
Yeah, and I think that's very, very helpful because growing up, we either scripted.
There's the script, right there.
Right, so
I'm going to do a script right after you leave.
Okay, great.
On the phone.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's amazing.
I do that. In AA, which is a big behavioral program for addictive people,
right,
they do inventories, which are exactly the same,
right,
except geared towards different goals.
Right. So, Dr. Pat,
what?
So tell me, people don't know what script means.
Script means everybody, every church, every business, every city, every religion, every culture has somebody that's playing mom and dad to them.
Okay.
This is the way life should be.
Okay.
Do you see?
I do.
We're having a big problem in Venezuela right now.
Right.
There's a coup going on.
Mm.
Do you see?
Yes.
And people are fighting and dying over presidents.
I see that.
You see? And then we've got our issue with the Miller investigation of Donald Trump.
Right.
Do you see?
I do.
So there's only 3 ways to communicate.
What's that?
Intimidate with fear.
Right.
Seduce with guilt and shame. You're supposed to be like me.
Right.
Not like you. And negotiate with love. I teach negotiating with love.
Okay.
I like the Upanishad, which is a mantra from India, thousands of years old. If you'll reach over there, you'll see that statue.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
And get the book. Get the book. People think I'm teaching something new. Here is an image that's both male and female, isn't it?
That's correct.
And here's the book. This is about everybody. We girls have yin bodies, but yang souls.
Right, I get it.
There's never going to be a man as strong as a woman spiritually.
I get it, yeah.
And there's never going to be a woman as sensitive as a man.
That's very true.
Good. So this is what I do. And so scripts are what you get from family, cultures, religions, schools,
right,
politics.
Right.
You see? Questions.
Right. So let's talk about when we're scripted. There's something what we call stroke.
Yeah, strokes.
And they were saying that positive and negative strokes are...
They're both, we need food, water, air, shelter, strokes, pain or pleasure.
Right, and why is that?
Because no strokes, they have it in medical school, babies that are not getting enough talking and touching lack thriving. They die.
Yeah.
You see, and in America...
Yes.
Is this program in America or somewhere else?
Canada and America.
Canada and America.
Yeah.
Well, this program is built in order to basically get either pain strokes.
Right.
Do you know that if you live a painful life under the age of 3,
right,
you become addicted to norepinephrine, which is negative chemistry.
Right.
But it's built by nature to stop the buffaloes from racing off the cliff
Right.
or going hysterical.
Right.
But when it's administered under the age of 3, what happens is the person thinks that pleasure is scary. So they always sabotage. If you invite them to a party, they have to start 2 hours early because they always get lost.
Got it.
If they're in a relationship, they've got to screw it up
Right.
because they're not comfortable with pleasure, because pleasure can be taken away by somebody.
Right.
So these are called pain addicts. A lady named Maria Marcos
Okay.
did a book, and it's called A Taste for Pain.
I see that.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So that's what we therapists get a hold of. People that are scripted.
Right.
Do you see?
Right.
And I want to change them by changing their language. The first thing parents do for their children
Right.
is talk. If a baby doesn't listen to the dialect of its family or culture by 10 months,
Right.
it cannot repeat the dialect.
Interesting.
That's where Chinese and, English bump,
right.
because you can't do it. And I follow the edicts of Paul the Broca.
Oh, yes.
The Broca is an area in the left lobe of language. This is the Upanishad. Beware of your thoughts, for they become words.
Right.
Beware of your words, they become habits.
Right.
Beware of your habits, they become your character, up or down.
Okay.
Beware of your character, it becomes your destiny. At the bank, making money.
Right.
The doctor's office, being healthy.
Right.
You see?
I do.
And in every relationship, especially the loving ones, especially
Right.
the sexual loving ones.
Got it.
So I got into helping men and women, or men and men, or women and women
Right.
communicate and negotiate, not intimidate or seduce
Right.
other people into loving relationships. And I
Got
wrote
it.
the book, Getting to I Do.
Right.
I wrote it, and it was out in print, William Croman,
Right.
by 95,
Right.
1995, and it's never been out of the stores. And people hate it. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because it teaches people to be individuals, to say what they want, to say what they not want, even if they're afraid.
Oh, okay.
See,
That's
the
true.
biggest scare, Napoleon Hill says in his book, Outwitting the Devil, change. People are afraid to change.
Right.
And they're particularly afraid to change their language.
Right.
Do you know that 90% of communication is not verbal? It's tones of voice, gestures, postures, facial expressions.
Right.
Only 10% is verbal. I deal with 10%.
Okay.
Do you see?
I do.
And so that's what I do. And here's my chart manual. You see what it says, Dr. Pat Allen, the One Institute, which is my 501c3, communication chart manual. Do you see the male difference?
Yeah, I do.
Right-handed men have a smaller corpus callosum.
Right.
They're either thinking or they're feeling.
Right.
All women, left-handed men, ambidextrous men,
Okay.
and biologically gay men.
Right.
Every fetus is female for 8 days.
That's true.
Then mother spots the Y chromosome. Oh, there's a Y in there. She and the baby produce testosterone,
Ah, right.
and they create testes,
Right.
and the boy becomes somewhat of a level of male.
Right.
But if mom doesn't give him enough testosterone, he's going to be a man in a woman's body. This
I
business as if transgender is unique.
That's
Transgender is human beings for all time. So I teach women and men how to communicate from their blend of androgyny. My doctoral work is androgynous, everybody's two people.
Right.
Androgynous, semantic, not linguistic,
Yeah.
realignment, like you getting your tires fixed,
Right.
changed.
Yeah.
If you don't change your tires, wears out.
Right.
If you don't clean up your language, your relationships go.
Got it.
You see what I mean?
Got it.
So people play games.
Right. So tell me about games.
Games are what people were taught to do by other gamey people. Here's emotional ideas they play it for. You've got one
Yeah.
on page 3. Here's emotional ideas. Don't forget, emotional people feel, react,
Okay.
think later. Rational people feel. We women follow our neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine.
Right.
We have to feel good to do good.
Okay.
Men don't. They can do stupid things because they think intuitively it's the right thing to do.
Right.
You see?
Yes.
During the emancipation from England, English soldiers came over in red, fluffy soldiers' outfits
Right.
with big black straw hats,
Right.
feather hats, stood in double lines.
Okay.
What did American soldiers wear?
What's the...
Fox
Oh.
skins,
Oh, yeah.
caps,
Right.
hid behind trees.
Right.
Who won the war?
You tell
We
me.
did.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we acted like animals.
Okay.
Englishes said it with their scripts.
Okay.
Here's ideas that people, these are ideas. Pain will hurt you or me. Do you realize the worst thing that can happen to an infant is to not feel pain? They have to live in this bubble.
Okay.
That's a handicap. What I say will be what you hear. No, it won't.
Right.
You'll hear your mom and dad out of this person,
Okay.
even if they don't
That's
talk like
true.
it.
That's a script.
That's script. I must feel good about what I say for it to be okay. No, you don't. If you can't cause pain by saying yes or no, right, you have to hurt yourself.
Okay.
It is better to suffer myself than cause you pain. No.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I see that.
Asking for my wants and saying no to my not wants is selfish and impolite.
Oh.
If I love you better than me, I'm a doormat. I'm a wuss if I'm a man and a doormat if I'm a woman. I must approve of things I accept. No. You must accept everybody's right to be who they are.
Right.
But you don't have to play with them if you don't approve of them.
Got it.
You can't play with a hedonist if you're a stoic.
Right.
Because stoics do what they do so they live satisfying lives.
Right.
Hedonists do what they do because they make more money, more sex, more power. It's more of everything.
Right.
Do you see that?
Right.
Okay, we did this.
Right.
So, and this is what I studied. And so I designed 3 protective tools.
Okay. What's that?
3
Let's share
protect: stroke and stand, 5-step cleanup, and validation.
it. Okay.
Okay. Stroke and stand is what you do when your body tells you that somebody's intimidated you or trying to seduce you with guilt and shame.
Okay.
You feel it in your body. Your skin may get red. Your stomach may turn over. Your head
Got
may...
it.
Your
Yeah.
body's going to tell you.
Yeah.
If the mind doesn't know and the mouth can't talk about it, the body's going to demonstrate it.
Got it.
There's a book by Gabor Mate called When the Body Says No.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's another one by Volk, I think Volk,
Yeah.
and it's called The Body Keeps Score.
Oh, got it. Okay.
90% of all illness is created psychologically by being
see that.
scripted wrong.
I do see that, and I hear that in ulterior transaction as well.
Yes,
The hidden message.
that's right, secret message. I used to weigh 205 pounds.
You don't look like it.
I know, but I did.
I couldn't imagine.
I'll show you a picture after this.
Okay.
Okay, unless you want to see it now.
We can continue on and we'll see
Okay.
it later.
Anyway, and my blood pressure was 250 over 148, projectile nosebleeds.
Oh my gosh.
I was that close to death.
Yikes.
And then I had a wonderful doctor, and he said, you're dying.
Oh.
And that's when I switched from an art master's to a TA. I studied under Bob Duff,
Right.
who had a training center in Santa Ana.
Okay.
And I became a certified transactional analyst.
Got it.
I'm a marriage, family, child therapist.
Right.
I'm also an addiction specialist in my two favorite sports, alcohol and sex.
Okay.
You see?
Right.
So when I'm drinking, I'm a whore. When I'm sober, I'm a nun.
Wow, okay.
When women use mind-altering chemicals, they knock out their feelings, which tell them what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
When a man uses mind-altering chemicals,
Right.
they knock out their intuition, which is they have 21 genes on their sperm cells
Right.
dedicated to intuition.
Got it.
They know when we're screwing around on them.
Okay.
And we know it when we see them with that woman.
Right.
We feel it.
Yes.
You
That's
have
a
no
gut
evidence.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a feeling.
Right.
So stroke and stand, people that are gamey are not individuals.
Right.
They're zeros.
Got it.
So the first thing I always do is I make them right. You had every right to say that, every right to think that, feel that, do that. However, I don't like it. I don't want it.
Got it.
Will you stop doing it? Here's stroke and stand. Stroke and stand.
Yeah.
You are okay the way you are.
Right.
You have a right to be. I want this, that means I'm a man. I don't want it means I'm a woman.
Got it.
Contract. Will you do it? And will you, or I will do this if you don't stop doing that.
Got it.
This is for in the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us are not that quick on the draw? All of us. That means we go to the 5-step cleanup. Now the 5-step cleanup is a stroke and stand with 2 extra steps. You make an appointment.
Okay.
Honey, I have something to say to you that may be unpleasant. When would it be comfortable for you to listen to me, hopefully today?
How about right now?
That's great. Then I go to, you had every right to say, think, be, feel, or do that. But I don't feel cherished. That's a woman. I don't feel respected.
Right.
That's a man. I don't want. That's
Right.
a woman. I want. That's a man, part of us. We're all both.
Yeah.
Okay, will you or I will?
Got it.
And you don't go more than 2 rounds. Because if you stay in an argument with a hedonist, they'll break you.
Oh,
They'll
gosh,
break
okay.
you.
Yeah.
They're far more powerful. Insanity is more powerful than sanity. Evil is more powerful than good. Being a criminal is far more powerful than being non-criminal.
Got it.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. I
So
do.
don't mess with hedonists.
Got it.
Just manipulate your way out of it. And the way to do it is say, you have every right to that thought, but I'm really not comfortable talking about it. So I'll talk to you next week. Bye. And you can always go to the bathroom. The bathroom is a wonderful safe harbor.
Why is that?
It's got a lock on the door.
Got it.
You will not die of thirst. You will die, you can go a long time without food.
Okay.
But you can't go very long without water.
Okay.
And if you got blankets and towels in the bathroom, you can put them in the tub
Right.
and sleep there. And you got a toilet.
That's true.
So there.
All
And by
right.
that time, if you got your cell phone, you're called the police.
Got it.
You see what I mean?
I do.
Now, what did I say a few minutes ago? Language is verbal and nonverbal.
Correct.
There's 90% of all communication is spoken, intimidation and seduction, with body language.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything with body language. So I created a tool, validation. I sense by the look on your face, your body language, your gesture, your posture, your face, that you're upset about something. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If you don't answer, I say, you have every right not to say yes or no. But a non-answer is a negative answer. What can I do to help you and I feel better?
Got it.
I'm talking to a man or a woman.
You're talking to a man at this point.
No,
Or you
I'm
said
talking
ideal.
to a woman or a
Woman.
man who is a woman.
Yes,
You see what I mean?
I do.
So with that in mind, what can I do to help us do better? I'm talking to a masculine man or a masculine woman.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And here's a rational idea to stop games. The way out of any negative feeling is a positive decision. What do I want? What do I not want?
Okay,
What does it cost?
right?
And follow it up with action or inaction. Stop doing it.
Okay,
You see?
I do.
So, what is love? These are just basics.
Got it, yeah.
What is love?
Look, if you're serious about being fearless in love and ready to be treated like a queen, links is down below to book a time. I got over 100 videos on YouTube and I post new videos every week. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You get notified when new videos goes live. If your friend is actually stuck in love, share and like my video. I do take requests on topics and answer your burning question about your relationship. So just leave a comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.